Hi everyone, thanks for joining. In this video presentation, we're going to review the Web Trader from TradeZero. This is a web-based application and it's only available through TradeZero. We're going to take a quick look here at the web page. So for US citizens, we're going to need to visit ustradezero.co and then we can explore the web page here. You can see that we have ZeroPro. This is the premier desktop application, and you can request a free demo. We also have ZeroWeb, Zero Free, and then Zero Mobile. So we actually have a comparison chart here, so you can see the different options available on each platform and the pricing and what features are available. So one thing I want to point out is that TradeZero is built for traders. It's direct access trading software. We have the next generation locates, which basically gives traders access to hard to borrow stocks that are hard to borrow, and you really have an edge, competitive edge, when you have those shares available as a trader versus the other online brokers. This is the next generation short locating, and you also have the ability to mark any locates that you don't need. You have the ability to mark them as credit. So it's a revolutionary new system available only from TradeZero. So now let's take a quick look here at, this is the ZeroWeb web-based platform. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look here at the preferences. We're going to take a quick look here at the charts. We're going to build a watch list and take a look at the level 2 and execute a few trades, and then we're going to close out. We're going to build a portfolio. We're going to create a watch list. Then we're going to build a portfolio and then close out of all the positions, and I'm going to show you how that feature works. So let's first take a quick look here at preferences. Go to the top left-hand corner of the screen. We're going to go to preferences. Then we're going to go to settings. You can see that we have hotkeys. You have the ability to, let's say, create a hotkey if you want to toggle through Windows or level 2s. You just press a hotkey and it's going to switch from your first chart to your second chart, etc., to your third chart if you have 3 charts or multiple level 2s, market depth windows. Then we have orders. So this is our hotkeys, and we have these set up so that we can press a hotkey. In this example here, this is market buy, and we have it set for load. So the difference between load and hotkey execute is basically, if you have it set for load, you enter the criteria, you define your trade based on the quantity, order type, route, etc., or account, and then you can just press a hotkey, and then if you need to make any changes such as in price or quantity, you can arrow up on that quantity or share price, and then hit enter. It's going to execute your trade. That's window load. Now hotkey execute is going to send it automatically. So that means that however you have your parameters defined, whatever the criteria that you've defined for your trade, it's going to send that. It's going to send that for immediate execution to the markets. All right, so let's create a watch list. You can see here with the gear icon, we have a few watch lists. We're going to create another one. All we have to do is we're going to close out, delete these symbols here, and now let's create a new watch list. Okay, so you can see now that we have symbols here, we created a new watch list, and so what we're going to do is we're going to delete, we're just going to change the name here. All right, and just make sure you just give that watch list a name and then save it. All right, if you want to go back, now you can see that we can, if we want to load our small cap stocks, we can load that. Okay, so now that we have everything set up, we're going to practice a few trades here. Again, once you fund an account through TradeZero, you'll have access to the simulated software. So what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate the difference between loading an order and then hotkey execute. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to load an order for 100 shares. We're going to press our hotkey Control B. The software defaults for your default quantity, and then we have it set as a limit order, so you can see that this changed here, and this is our limit price since 1991 is the current best offer. All right, so it's going to try to get you an execution at 1991 or better. All right, so what happens is here it's the order is going to be at active orders, and then once this active order is executed, once this gets filled, then it's going to move to the open positions tab. All right, so what we can do now is, since we can practice again. We can do Control B. All right, you can see now that the price has changed to 1989, and then we're just going to go ahead and send that order out. So now we have 2 limit orders out there, and then now what we can do is press Shift B. Now Shift B is going to be a market buy. So if we want to just slowly build a position here, we can just buy 100 shares at a time. You can see now that we're going to move back to our open positions here. You can see that we have 200 shares. Each time that you execute an order, it's going to update here on the portfolio manager. So you can see each trade, it has the timestamp, the price, the entry price. Okay, status, F meaning that's filled, C is cancel. If you have an R, that means the order was rejected. All right, so let's take a quick look here at some other charts. Real quick, I want to demonstrate here. This is the taskbar here on the chart. We're looking at a 1-minute chart. If we want to change that, we can change it to a 5-minute. So let's just keep this on a 1-minute. If we want to zoom out and see previous days, a trading session. All right, and we can also see pre and post market data. So you can see here we have the after-hour session. Okay, and if we zoom in, we can see now clearly the after-hour session. So let's keep this normal trading hours. All right, we'll go back to the 1-minute here, and let's bring up another chart. All right, we're going to take a look at TROV. Okay, and so we're just going to buy 100 shares of this. We're going to use Shift B again, and again we can just buy 100 shares at a time. Okay, and then if we want to send a limit order, we can press Control B, enter our quantity. Okay, and if we want to switch this to a market order. Okay, so now we're building a portfolio. Let's go to another chart here. All right, going to execute a trade on this IGT. Okay, so now that we kind of get a feel for how the portfolio manager works, take a quick look here at our open positions, and let's take a quick look at Microsoft. All right, we're going to send out an order for 100 shares here. All right, you can see the confirmations there at the upper right-hand corner of the software. All right, go to one more symbol. All right, and if you want to send an order manually, you can just, let's see here, what we're going to do is change our quantity here. All right, and just click on this is the order preference window right here. So if we want to send out some orders, we could do that. All right, so now we have portfolio, and if we wanted to, for example, we wanted to close out of this portfolio, we can do that by hitting our hotkey. And so we're going to do that here once we have the opportunity to close out of these positions. So the trading software, again, you have all the features that you need to for direct access trading. So if you build a portfolio and you want to close out immediately of your positions, you can do that. So we're going to press that hotkey in just a moment. What we're also going to do is going to demonstrate how an active order works. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at AMD. We're going to set out a limit order. And if you double click here on the level 2, it'll update that price there here in the order preference screen. So let's say we want to send out an order here at 31.75 limit. Okay. All right, so now you see that we have 200 shares there at 31.75. If I want to send out another one here, 31.71. Okay, so now we have some active orders, and in addition we have a small portfolio of positions. And now, for instance, let's say we want to take a profit once our unrealized gets to whatever your goal is for the day or whatever time frame that you're holding these stocks, and you want to close out of them immediately. What we're going to do is we're going to press Control Z. All right, this is one of our hotkey assignments, and it's just going to close out of all these positions. And as you can see that you have the confirmation for each order that went through. All right, so now you can see that we do not have any active orders. Okay, zero active orders. And all our positions are reported here on the order history. If we go to open positions, you can see now that there are no longer open positions, and whatever realized whatever the realized day realized now is going to be set. So that's how the software works. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us a line or contact support, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through the software. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day.